Hello, good day to all my dear lovely students, my dear friends, my parents, and who are watching this channel right now. So welcome back to Michelle's Academy. Today in this video, I'm going to talk about small talks. Small talks. In the previous video, I have explained you how to introduce yourself and others. Okay, let's begin the lesson.
Like, subscribe, share and hit the bell icon.
See now how to make a small talk in English. Okay, you are already having a conversation in English after you've exchanged names and greeted each other. I explained you in the previous video how to greet each other. So you can go to my previous video and watch how to introduce yourself first before you watch this video. You may go on to make some small talk after introducing yourself. After the greeting, you can go to a small talk. Let's see what is this small talk means. Now, people don't understand what is the meaning of a small talk. Let's see what is this. Small talk is common in many English-speaking countries. It's a common thing, especially in United States, Canada, England, Australia. Likewise, it's considered polite to add small talk to the beginning of the conversation. Okay, having a small talk beginning of a conversation about the topic that you are going to talk about, having a small talk is more important and more polite. Okay, beginning of a conversation, small talk is we are having beginning of the conversation before talking about its main subject, where it's personal or professional. The most widespread, which is common question is how are you? Ask from someone, how are you? In fact, it is so common that it becomes automatic for people to say even when they hardly know the person. How are you is often even considered part of the greeting. First you can say good morning, good evening, hi, how are you? Hey, how are you? Likewise, you can ask from the person. There are several ways to ask someone how they are doing. You can use any of these phrases, but nothing is wrong. Everything is correct. In a neutral way, you can ask from someone, how are you? How are you doing? You can ask from anyone, even if this person you know well or you don't know this person or someone new to you, anyone, you can use this phrase. Next is, how's it going? How is it going? We have shortened it, use a contraction. It's how's it going? How's it going? That is more informal. You can use it to your friends, best cousins. How are things? How are things? That is informal. The next one is what's up? What's up? It is so informal. It is informal. So don't use this phrase for your bosses, for someone professionals. You don't go to use this phrase. You can use this for your friends, for your good buddies. You can use this phrase like what's up? Hey, what's up? Likewise, you can ask from a good friend. An interesting thing about asking these questions is that an answer isn't really required, but it's better to give an answer. Unless you are very close friends with someone, they are not expecting you to give them an honest answer about your day, right? You can give any answer based on the person and based on the situation. You can give any answer. Instead, a simple answer and a how are you in returns is enough for a typical conversation in English, right? If someone asks from me, how are you? You also can ask, how are you? Likewise, you can ask too. An interesting thing about asking these questions is that an answer isn't really required, but it's better to give an answer. Unless you are very close friends with someone, they are not expecting you to give them an honest answer about your day, right? You can give any answer based on the person and based on the situation. You can give any answer. Instead, a simple answer and a how are you in returns is enough for a typical conversation in English, right? If someone asks from me, how are you? You also can ask, how are you? Likewise, you can ask too. At last, I would like to give you a tip, right? You might have heard often people say, I'm good. I'm good. When they mean that they are well and doing well. That's what they mean by saying I'm good, right? I'm good is grammatically incorrect in this context, but it is very common in spoken English. In spoken English, this is very common. But when it comes to writing and all, you can't use this. And when it comes to professionals, when you're speaking to a professional, you can't use these phrases. So be careful. Just like a few other mistakes English speakers make. So you have to be very careful. Small talk can also be the primary goal of a conversation, especially when you are talking to people you don't know and are unlikely to meet again. So be careful when you're using the phrases. So join with me in my channel, then I will teach you. So I told you, my dear lovely students, we are having a small talk before the main subject of the conversation. So be careful. Small talk is very important sometimes. This small talk can lead to big things. This small talk can lead to big things. Sometimes this small talk, this casual conversation, can sometimes open doors to significant opportunities in your life, new relationships, or valuable connections. So be careful and use them smartly.